The amazing Adam Grant says creativity may be hard to nurture, but it's easy to thwart. In this episode, let's talk about how to let our creativity shine. Welcome to Essentially You, the weekly podcast in 5 minutes or less designed to help you advance your career and grow professionally. My name is Mark Mathia, and I believe that if you can rock your work, you can love your life. Welcome to the show. Well, if you're like me, you have a love-hate relationship with creativity. Sometimes you have it, and sometimes we don't. What's frustrating about it is most of the time we don't have it is when we need it most. But I think each of us can learn to capture our inner shine when it comes to creativity by following 7 key principles of attracting creativity. Now, the first is this: creativity is a team sport. Now, I know if you're listening to this podcast, you're going to say, what about all the geniuses? What about all the creative ones? They were out there on their own. By the way, those are Enneagram 4s. I get that exists. But by and large, the general population, like myself, could become more creative when I'm surrounded by other creative people. Creativity loves to work with creativity, other creative thoughts. And when you can get together in a group and recognize it as a team sport, it's really effective. At my job, my partner and I, we call it the West Wing. It's when we get together, write something on the board, and we really begin to unpack it in a creative way. Number 2, we need to declutter and organize chaos. Creativity for the sake of creativity leads to a billion ideas that are not actionable. So we need to declutter our thinking and get really serious about where we want to go and how we want to get creative in that space. When we organize and declutter and have some method to our madness, then we're able to go deeper with our creativity instead of wider with a bunch of ideas. Number 4, we need to learn to make white space a norm. White space is that time you allot yourself for great thinking. Most executives I work with have their best epiphanies like in the shower, right? That's the 5 minutes we allow ourselves time to freely think. But when we can create that shower space as a habit every day, giving ourselves that white space to think, then creativity has a way to come in. It's like opening the door to your house to creativity. Number 5, never edit your creativity while it's in flow. Creativity is meant to flow, not to be edited. That's a technical aspect. So once you get your creative thoughts down, then pick one and go deeper on that. That's when you begin the edit process, but never edit your creativity as it's being born. Number 6, get curious about everything. I learned this at speaker school. When you go, get curious. Look for the funny things in life. Look for the serious things in life. Get curious and start asking why. And number 7, and this is a big one, we need to learn to make creativity play. We need to actually make creativity play and play more. Because when we make play a priority, and that play is involving our creativity, whether it's going to the arts, the musicals, the doing something different than you ever did, it's going to the dog park and looking at the amazing creatures that are there. Whatever you can do to make creativity a play, we need to learn to play more as well. Well, that was 7 ways that each of us can learn to spark creativity from within. Remember, it's not a team, it is a team sport. We need to declutter and organize our chaos. We need to get uncomfortable. We need to make white space the norm. We never edit our creativity as it's being born. Get curious about everything and make play a priority in your life. When we can do that, friends, I am confident that we can be more creative, and that will help us all really rock our work and love our life. And now it's your turn to get out there and rock your work so that you can love your life. Not every job is going to be your dream job. I get that. However, if you can use your strengths every day and you know your stuff, the sky is the limit. If you've liked what you've learned, will you consider subscribing on iTunes and leaving a review? I'd sure appreciate it. Until next week, I'm cheering for you.